Greetings and salutations, Seahawks Palaver back with Mock Draft version 2.0. Before we jump into it, let's look real quick at what we've done during free agency to see where we've shored up some positions, so we can kind of let the draft come to us in certain areas and maybe some other places where we need to hop to it. Alright, so we still are short 2 running backs, but we did sign a center to fill in this gaping hole. So Evan Brown acquitted himself fantastically with Detroit when he filled in. So he can either start at center, or if we draft a center, he can be a backup role or compete with Phil Haynes at guard. Either or. I'm fine with whatever scenario. Jaron Reed and Drummond Jones came in to dispel Shelby Harris and Quentin Jefferson, respectively. So this kind of reforms our front completely here, and Al Woods remains the starter at nose tackle, but as we saw, he has only started more than 50% of the snaps in 3 games last year. So he's definitely not a full-time player. We definitely need a new nose to come in. This is a big deal to solidify our defense. We really need to address this spot right here. And we don't even know if Brian Monet is going to come back from his injury. Remains to be seen. Devin Bush, we signed in to replace Cody Barton. Again, this is a typical John Schneider signing. He loves those first-round reclamation projects. Devin Bush still has his athleticism, still has his physical traits. So we will see how he fills in there. And we don't know yet how Jordan Brooks is going to come back from his injury. So maybe inside linebacker is somewhere we look to accentuate. Mafe and Taylor make a great pair on one side. Mafe on run downs, Darrell Taylor excellent on pass downs. Uwosu has proven his value. Alton Robinson lost 15 pounds from 260, now down around 245. He wanted to play, be a role player in this rotation at outside linebacker, but he got hurt, so it remains to be seen what he's going to do. Tyreek Smith also hurt. He played a different role for Ohio State, so he's going to have to find a place to stick in here. They see him as a 3-4 outside linebacker also, but he's never actually really played that position, so we shall see. He did line up outside the tackle frequently for Ohio State, so not too much different than what he'd be doing rushing the passer here. So maybe the transition wouldn't be too severe. We did bring in Julian Love, who played 95% of the Giants snaps last year. He was fantastic, playing everywhere. Depending on who was hurt, I guess. Xavier McKinney was hurt sometimes, so he played a lot of free safety. He played some in the slot. He played some in the box. He can do it all, and he can do it all pretty well. Interesting signing. I don't know what this is for Ryan Neal, who we tendered at the low version. Hopefully he comes back, because Ryan Neal was great. I'm afraid we're going to lose him. Jamal Adams played half a game last year. It was very disappointing. Hopefully he can either come back strong this year, or he gets cut. Who knows? It's possible. It's a significant dead cap hit, but it's not outside the realm of reason that it happens. So we have hedged our bets. Maybe he can even play slot, and Kobe Bryant can displace Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson played pretty well. Kobe Bryant played okay in the slot. Didn't play great. Maybe he'd be better here at corner, and Julian Love can play slot, and Michael Jackson can be backup. I don't know. It remains to be seen. A lot of that stuff will play out, but that's just what our roster looks like right now. So as we head into the draft, we can see where the holes are, where we can strengthen. We did a really good job of plugging the immediate gaps. So I think as we go into the draft, a lot of times we can kind of just let it fall to us. All right, so let's hop into the draft and see what happens. All right, thanks. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, we are back. Let's see what happens with Carolina on the clock. Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, Will Anderson, C.D. Stroud, between Jalen Carter and Will Levis. As much as if you built a quarterback factory and put in everything John Schneider wanted, Will Levis would probably come out. But I think I'm going to take Jalen Carter. I know this makes no sense with how much I pontificated about how much I don't think we should take him, how much I think he's off our board, how much I don't think he's even a consideration after fleeing the scene of an accident, gaining 9 pounds in a week in your pro day, not being able to get through your drills. I just think that we have a huge hole in our roster. He's a generational talent at the position, and I think that there are things that we can do to help him adjust to life in the NFL. I saw that interview with Scott McLuhan that Rob Staten had, where McLuhan said he doesn't really worry about DUIs, things like that. And he thinks that that's something that people learn lessons from and they grow from. Henry Ruggs, might have something else to say about that, but and we shouldn't make exceptions. Another thing he said is that once you start making exceptions, you have a team of exceptions. So I'm saying all these negative things about drafting Jalen Carter, but I think that there's something that we can do later in the draft that will really help him. So I'm going to draft him at this point over Will Levis. We're going to get to 20, and we're going to hope that things work out. Who wants to trade with us? Jacksonville at 24. It's a little bit late. I do want to trade down a little bit. Let's try Baltimore. Baltimore is at 22. Will they give us 22 and 86? No. Will they give us 125 and 158? Likely be accepted, and 199. Wow, they give us their entire draft. Let's see if we can get 86 by giving up 155. Oh, so they took it the second time. Oh, that was weird. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Let's just move on. Jordan Addison and Zay Flowers, so two wideouts go, two really good wideouts. But what I'm here for is Nolan Smith. They're teammates, friends. Nolan Smith speaks glowingly of Jalen Carter. I think that having both of them on the team, Nolan Smith can help hold Jalen Carter accountable, keep him on the straight and narrow, keep his head down. I think there's a dynamic there that we can use to the benefit of both players, really. No, it might not be the number one need, Nolan Smith. I think that with Nwosu and Mafe and Taylor, we have a nice rotation going. But I think Nolan Smith is a really good talent in his own right. Really good against the run. I think we can develop him as a pass rusher. I think we'll be okay. Now, what do we do at 37? There's a possibility. Let's see what this trade is. 54. It's a little bit late. It's after our other pick. I wouldn't mind going down a little bit, but it's risky. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I don't even care. I just don't want to miss out on Hendon Hooker. I know it's possible that I can get him later, but I've seen him drafted in the second round a lot, so I'm just gonna do it and not worry about it. We're in a good position for Hendon Hooker. He's overaged, right? We all know that. He plays in this weird offense in Tennessee where it's really not NFL ready, but he has the moves, he has the disposition, he has the arm, he has the talent. I think that him sitting on the bench behind Geno and Drew Lock, we don't need him right away. He can heal up, he can learn, and then we'll see where we're at next year. We don't know what the quarterback class is going to be like next year. Who knows if we'd be able to maneuver ourselves up to the top if we wanted someone. I don't know. A lot of unknowns. But now we have Hendon Hooker, who is a really good quarterback, and he's on the bench, and we don't really need to worry about it so much. It's just another hedge like we've been doing through free agency. So, yeah, it took him a bit early, but I'm okay with it. All right, so here we are at pick 51. Now what? There's a trade for 98 now. Let's see who's here. At wideout, Dell, Wilson, Perry, Rashee Rice. At tight end, Sam Laporta, Tucker Kraft, and Schoonmaker. At running back, Charbonnet, A-Chain, Dwayne McBride. At OT, Bergeron, Duncan, Cody Mock might be interesting. It's, again, early for him, but he can play everywhere. He can... let's see if John Michael Schmitz is even still on the board. He is, but if we get Cody Mock, he could fill in anywhere. That's an interesting pick. Although John Michael Schmitz is someone that everyone loves, and maybe I should just take him here. Let's see who else is here, and maybe I'm missing out on someone. Julius Brents would be good too. Let's see, at safety, Cindy Brown, Jamie Robinson, Jordan Battle, Christopher Smith. Inside, we don't really need anyone inside right now because we got our boy. At end, Uzuma is fantastic. He is fantastic, but he'd be competing with Tyreek Smith, who we got. Man. But we got Nolan Smith. Oh, he would have been a good get at 51. But I think we can afford to skip him right now, which is too bad. I like him a lot. At linebacker, Diane Henley. We brought him for a look, but there's players I like later on in the draft more than him. All right. It looks like it's either Cody Mock or it is John Michael Schmitz. Which is I like Cody Mock. I'm going to take John Michael Schmitz here. He's a sure thing, right? I mean, you can't go wrong. It lets Evan Brown and Phil Haynes fight it out for a guard spot. I'm okay with that. All right, so we got 2 picks here. Let's see, what do we have at running back? Ryan Bigsby Miller. Spears would be nice here. Sean Tucker. Okay. We can trade down from 122 maybe. Let's see. I'd like to take Dell at wideout here. It's a really good spot for him. And then Carl Brooks would be interesting. 6'4", 300. He definitely would be nice on the edge here. Jay Robinson, Michael Wilson, A.T. Perry. Oh, let's see what this trade's about. 88. You want to go down to 88? What will you give me for it? Will you give me 121? No. 127? No. 184? What are you trying to do here? 201. All right. Let's just move down a couple picks. Kai Blue Kelly and Luke Whippler. That's fine. We're not missing anything there. All right. So I think we got our wideout. Tight end Tucker Kraft. Ooh, Tucker Kraft is interesting at this spot, but I think I'd much rather have Schoonmaker. Oh, run block. That's tough. That is tough. Those are both really good players. Who else are we missing out on? Spears. That's tough, huh? A lot of stuff to choose from here. Jacorian Bennett and Jartavius Martin. Because I'm not going to get the trade down 106. If I can get... No, I can't do it. Does anyone have picks in the 100s, like multiple picks in the 110s? 118, oh no. 97 and 118. I wonder if they would go for... that. 57 chance. It's kind of close. All right, let's just not worry about it. I'm overthinking because I want Skinner at 98. That's 10 picks away. And then I want, okay, you know what? I have a plan. Let's see if I can make it work with the Commanders. 97, 118 for our 88. Oh, come on. And throw in 184. Too much. Too pricey. 201. 238. All right. All right, so that trades me way down. But I think it's still, I think this gives me what I want. If I go to safety, JL Skinner. Oh, and then here we go. Do I make it? Do I make it? Do I make it? Linebackers. Ivan Pastry, yes, here we go. And I wanted Ivan Pastry really badly. So that's good. And then who do we have left at running back? Israel Abanikanda. Boom. Okay. So I got the guys I wanted. And that was a tough wrangle. But I got there. All right, good. And then we can also get 152 and 155. Can't really go wrong here, can we? Let's snag. We'll snag Dorian Williams. We'll snag Dwayne McBride. Oh, that was so good. Okay, then a 184. We missed out on the tight end that I wanted. That's okay. Oh, but we got Zach Kuntz. Zach Kuntz, we can take him here. No problem. Oh, this is working out. In here at 196, this is usually where I take Jake Bobo. Let me see if I can trade down. It's going to be difficult to get any kind of value here, but $296. You give me your 231. And can I give you around 7 next year? Nope. Oh, that stinks. That's all right. Let's just draft my player. This is where I draft Jake Bobo every time. He's my boy. I have to. And then at 201, we're going to go to there's a lot of good players here at 201. But I am going to go with, where is it? Devontae Maxwell. I love that guy. And we'll use this to clean up, to finish up our draft. I had no seventh round pick. So we'll see how this grades out. I think we hit just about everything that I was hoping for. I didn't get all the players that I was looking at, but I think I got them. And I had to make some concessions because of where we're at. Hendon Hooker, of course, gives me an F because I took him at 37, but it's not really an F because that could end up being an A pick, in a couple of years. But that's okay. That's all right. We got Tank Dell, JL Skinner, safety, Ivan Pace, Israel Abanikanda, who's young, one of the youngest players in the draft, but is a burner. I think he could be a great addition to the running back room, along with Dwayne McBride, who I don't know why. I guess because of his fumble problems, maybe is why he fell so far. I'm not sure. He's a fantastic talent. Dorian Williams, the best coverage linebacker in the draft. Zach Kuntz, like a 6'8" tight end, kind of like a cheap version of Darnell Washington. Jake Bobo, who I think is going to be great, and Devontae Maxwell, who they gave a D+, but they don't know what they're talking about. This guy I saw an interview with him, and I didn't know what to expect. He was very soft-spoken, 300-pounder, but he's like a pass rush extraordinaire. He's talking about scheme. He's talking about angles. He's talking about setting up his pass rush. He's talking about what moves he's going to do next. Their tendencies. It was much more than expected from someone from UT Chattanooga. I definitely underestimated them slack-jawed yokels down there because I think Devontae Maxwell is going to be great. So I'll take this B+. mostly dragged down by this Hendon Hooker pick, which I don't think is as bad a pick as I could. In an ideal world, I would have a trade down a little bit, but you don't want to miss your guy either. So I think we're good here. DT, defense, outside linebacker, pass rush, quarterback of the future, center that can probably start right away, dynamic third wideout, in the box safety who models his game after Cam Chancellor, a maniac of a linebacker who's just all over the field everywhere, really, really intimidating run defense, a speedy young running back who can develop, the best covered cornerback in the draft, a bell cow running back who can handle the load if necessary, developmental, huge, fast tight end, kind of like a Luke Wilson but bigger type mold. Jake Bobo, who is just a solid wideout, Joe Jurevicius 2.0. I think he's going to be great. And I talked at length about Devontae Maxwell as well, and we needed some rotation help. I think in the same way, this is a great draft. I'm pleased with it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I would appreciate that. Throw me a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Guys, I appreciate the time we've spent together. Have a good weekend and take care. Bye.